Good, y'all. The NBA Finals starts June 5th, which is this Thursday. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Indiana Pacers. And I think that this is going to be the best NBA Finals in NBA history for a numerous amount of reasons. I see so many people complaining on social media about the fact that the Pacers and the Thunder is in the finals. Because let's be honest, guys, nobody predicted that the Pacers was going to be in the NBA Finals. And I don't think anybody really predicted that the Thunder was going to be in the NBA Finals because the Thunder is one of the youngest teams in the NBA. The Pacers is also a very young team. But if you don't like these two teams being in the finals, you have to admit to yourself that you are not a true NBA basketball fan. I've been a fan of the NBA since I was a kid. I don't watch football, y'all. My favorite sports is boxing and basketball. So I love basketball. And I love the fact that these two underdog teams is in the finals, especially the Pacers, y'all. Y'all, the Pacers head coach is Rick Carlisle. This man won an NBA championship with the Dallas Mavericks, I think back in 2011. And the fact that he's back in the finals as a head coach is incredible to me. The fact that he got this Pacers team that wasn't like a top 3 team in the East in the regular season. Nobody predicted this team would go to the finals this season. This is incredible, man. I think we need to applaud Rick Carlisle, man. And shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder. You know, I think they were #1 last year in the regular season. They got bounced out of the first and second round. A lot of people feel like SGA should have won MVP last year. And they deserve it, man. When you really think about how at one point in time, OKC had a team with Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, and James Harden coming off the bench. And that young team went to the NBA Finals against the Miami Heat, and they came up short. You know, Russell Westbrook and KD and James Harden, they came up short. James Harden ended up he ended up leaving and going to the Houston Rockets the following year. And that team was never able to get back to the finals. Obviously, they got back to the conference finals against the Golden State Warriors. I think they were up 3-1 or 3-2, and then Kevin Durant ended up going to the Warriors the following year. Then Russell Westbrook won an MVP. Then OKC ended up getting Carmelo Anthony and Paul George to sign to the team. And I thought that team was going to the finals, y'all. Because remember, that's when Carmelo Anthony was still in his prime in New York. That was, he was on the Knicks. That's when he was a superstar, balling out on the Knicks, hitting game winners and shit like that. So I thought that team was going to go to the finals, and they didn't. They got bounced out of the first round, right? They ended up keeping Russ and Paul George. Paul George had an MVP season. I think Paul George should have won MVP his second season on OKC. They came up short against the Portland Trail Blazers. Damian Lillard hit that game winner in Paul George's face from the logo. And then Paul George ends up going to the Clippers. So, OKC deserves this, man. Shout out to Sam Presti, for making the trades that he made and getting the draft picks and, getting SGA from the Clippers, man. And, now we got this young Thunder team in the finals, man. Guys, think about this. SGA has the chance to be he already won regular season MVP, right? He won the Western Conference Finals MVP. And now he possibly might win an NBA Finals MVP. So this is a guy who's possibly going to win 3 MVPs in one season. Has that ever been done? Like, somebody let me know in the I'm pretty sure it has, but let me know in the comment section. Who is the last player in NBA history to win the regular season MVP, the conference finals MVP, and the finals MVP? That's crazy. That's legendary, bro. Whether you like SGA or not, whether you think he foul baits or not, guys, let's stop acting like SGA is the first person to foul bait. Dwayne Wade used to do it all the time. Dwayne Wade used to do that famous pump fake and then literally jump into defenders and shoot the ball, and most of the time he will make it and get a 3-point play. LeBron James is another guy that used to flop still flops to this day, but in his prime, he got all the foul calls. He always got whistles from the refs. He always was flopping. He always was laying on the ground, acting like he was unconscious. Let's stop acting like SGA is the first player to do this, man. Once again, the reason why so many of y'all are complaining is because you're pissed off that your team is not in the NBA Finals this year. Most of y'all, let's be honest, most casual basketball fans, bro, y'all are either Lakers fans or you're a Boston Celtics fan. Let's just call it what it is. A lot of y'all are LeBron sexuals. You just love LeBron James. You only watch basketball because of LeBron James, because you think LeBron James is the GOAT. And you're entitled to your opinion. I have no problem with anybody that thinks LeBron James is the GOAT. And a lot of y'all are fans of the Boston Celtics because they got the most NBA championships in NBA history. Second is the Lakers. And, a lot of y'all are also Steph Curry fans. A lot of y'all are pissed off at the fact that Steph Curry got injured and he didn't get to the finals. Then you got the fans that are calling Anthony Edwards Michael. You guys keep saying Anthony Edwards is Michael Jordan, and he's not Michael Jordan. He's Anthony Edwards, bro. Y'all got to stop complaining because your favorite team and your favorite player came up short this season and they were unable to get to the finals. The Pacers, they deserve to be in the finals. They're the underdog. The Oklahoma City Thunder, they were the #1 team in the West. They got the MVP. They deserve it. And this is going to be an incredible NBA Finals because I'm going to be honest with y'all. We don't know who's going to win this series, right? We've counted out Indiana since round 1 of the playoffs, right? OKC, let's be honest. Most of us thought Denver was going to beat OKC. Obviously, it was a 7-game series. OKC got it done in game 7. But, this is going to be a great NBA Finals, y'all. And I can't really make a prediction. I could just make a prediction off the head. If I was to make a prediction right now, I probably would give it to OKC because they were the #1 team in the West. They got the MVP of the regular season on their team. And I just feel like OKC is probably going to win this series in 6 games. But, you can't sleep on the Pacers, man. You cannot sleep on the Pacers. Shout out to Pascal Siakam, who won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And shout out to Tyrese Halliburton, who he's just been balling out, man. I feel like Halliburton deserved to win the MVP, but I'm not mad at Pascal Siakam winning the MVP because he did have those games where he dropped 30-something points, you know what I'm saying? But this is going to be an incredible NBA Finals. If you're a true fan of basketball, tune in. Don't listen to what all these people on social media are saying. This is going to be the best NBA Finals of all time. And with that being said, man, it's your boy Wavy. Leave a comment, share the video, follow your boy, subscribe. I'm out.